What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. The FAA actually shuts down flights because of major drones that have been flying over the United States over the last several days, including over President Donald Trump's properties. I'm going to give you the details here. They say this is a major security concern. Also, some details come in here of the shooter that some details of the shooter that got the United CEO. Let me see here. The United Healthcare CEO. Some details come in here about the shooter. So I'm going to give you the details here on that as well. That's making major headlines here. So manhunt out for him. All the details here in this video. Let's jump right in. Here we go. We are live right now here on YouTube. Let me know if you can see and hear me. Type yes. Let me know where you're tuning in from. You can let me know your city, state, or even your country, as we have people tuning in here from even overseas. Also, thanks for hitting this like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. All right, here we go. Take a look here. Drone sightings reported over New Jersey's largest reservoir as feds investigating unnerving phenomena. Witnesses describe drones flying nightly over New Jersey as loud and huge. Latest sightings include those at Round Valley Reservoir, Hunterdon County 911 Center. But that's not the only place. Mysterious drones seen near New Jersey Trump Golf Course after Governor Phil Murphy and the FBI respond to other sightings. And remember, that Trump Golf Course was where one of the assassination attempts happened on President Donald Trump. Pentagon officials hold classified briefing on UAPs with Congress amid unidentified aerial phenomenons, UAPs sightings. Yeah, so large drones, and FAA imposes flight restrictions as mystery extends to Staten Island as well, where multiple people are still questioning where the devices are coming from. Some of these drones as large SUVs, and it seems like nothing is being done about this besides flight restrictions. Take a listen here.
The FBI now investigating those mysterious drones flying around New Jersey over the past month. They've been spotted hovering over military facilities, water reservoirs, and even at Trump's Bedminster golf course. But Governor Phil Murphy says there is no known threat to the public. Chris Swecker is a former assistant FBI director, and he joins me now. Chris, how has this been allowed to go on for the better part of a month, especially within that month? Donald Trump won an election. He has a property there at Bedminster, and these drones are apparently flying over that. That seems like a huge violation of everything that the Secret Service says it wants to change. So how is this still allowed to go on?
Yeah, it certainly does. It's perplexing, and I don't understand why. I mean, citizens have been reporting this for quite a while, since November 22nd. So I just hope that the FBI, which is probably the lead agency in this, has actually been working this for quite a while. But that wouldn't explain why the drones just keep on coming. Secret Service, there's an issue there, of course, with the golf course. Whether Trump is there at the time the drones were there would be a significant issue. But I think it's mainly a counterintelligence issue that needs to be resolved. First and foremost, there's an arsenal there, a military arsenal there, where a considerable amount of research takes place on small arms and explosives. It's a very important facility, Army facility. And, you know, we know how aggressive the Chinese have been over the last few years with the balloons. So I'm interested in hearing more about these drones and why they're not doing something to stop it.
I believe I asked you this question months ago when the Chinese spy balloon, like you mentioned, was flying. So I'll ask it again. Is it safe to say that our airspace is, quite frankly, not secure, even though I think the average American always just assumed that the space above them in the air was secure.
I think you're right. It's that assumption that probably causes a lot of people not to report. But I think our airspace is the Wild West. It's supposed to be controlled by the FAA. It's actually illegal for someone to actually shoot down a drone, which is considered an aircraft. So, you can't take matters into your own hands. But I would encourage the public up in New Jersey or anywhere else, when they see a drone that shouldn't be there, or there are several zones that seem to be working together, to report it. It could be a cyber issue as well. They could be hacking from a drone, which if you read up on it, it's either a criminal threat where they're trying to do it for criminal purposes to commit fraud, or they're just generally disrupting things.
So many questions unanswered. We need answers for this, because this just can't happen.
I don't know, but something needs to change. The military needs to be able to do something when these drones pose a national security risk, and they pose a security risk to the president or to military bases or police and to the public. They're allowed to do nothing? Let me know your thoughts on this. It's wild. Also, the CEO of United Healthcare, one of the largest in the United States, was shot to death. And as you can see here, he's gotten little sympathy. And a lot of this here is because, I'll show you this here, United Healthcare has the largest denial rates of any insurance company in the United States. Today, you can see this image here. Today, we remember the legacy of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Their denial rates versus every other company, their denial rates of medical claims, 32%. Versus the industry average of 16%, and versus like Kaiser Permanente, which only has a denial rate of 7%. And it makes you wonder, why was he shot? And on the bullet, which they have now, they're saying they have now identified the shooter, but they have not released his name yet. But on the shooter, the bullet casings actually had words written on them. Yeah, the shooter apparently wrote the words delay, deny, and depose written on the shell casings from the bullets recovered from the scene at the shooting in New York City, according to New York City Police Department officials. So you kind of gotta wonder, why would the shooter write delay, deny, and depose on the bullet casings when shooting the CEO of one of the largest healthcare providers in the United States, when they have a 32% denial rating of medical claims? They probably denied either maybe the shooter himself or one of their loved ones for a life-saving treatment or something along those lines, if I had to guess. And you got to say that this is literally the icing on the cake of what is wrong with America's medical system. You pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars only to be denied for medical claims that you pay ungodly amounts compared to other countries, and it's just unbelievable, right? It's just sickening, right? It's just sickening, and they just deny you based on whatever they think, even though you're paying exorbitant amounts of money for prescriptions and deductibles and premiums, and it's just kind of sick. Let me know your thoughts on this, because it's wild. And every year, costs go up. They just charge you whatever they want. Every year, it seems the premiums go up by 20%. Costs go up by 20%. The cost for prescriptions go up by 20% every single year. 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. It's wild. It's wild. And the United States pays the most for healthcare by far. And we pay the most for prescriptions for the exact same prescriptions that other countries pay way less for. The exact same medications sold in other countries, they pay far less for. And yet they deny us, even though we're paying way more money. Unbelievable. So let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I will keep you up to date here with everything going on here in our country and around the world on a daily basis. Make sure to like this video, share this video with anybody that needs to hear this information, and subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. Click here to see how we could see SNAP and food stamp cuts coming, or click here to see changes to Social Security coming. Thanks for